Aloha everyone, I'm Dr. Val and I'm here to give you today's Coronavirus Days tip. The topic is the Mugsy Model. Now you may or may not have guessed that Mugsy is a pet name. Now pets can be great. They can be great for all kinds of reasons. They can add humor and fun into our lives. They can help with anxious times. They can also provide comfort for us. But today I'm going to say that they really can also provide us with a model for living. So what I want to do is I want to share with you a typical day of Mugsy the dog. All right, Mugsy the dog begins the day by going outside, being led outside and taking care of business. After that, Mugsy takes off down the street and runs and has a grand time running around the neighborhoods. And if Mugsy sees some of the dog friends out there, Mugsy connects with those dog friends, doing the sniffing routine, doing all kinds of kicking and prancing around together, just connecting with Mugsy's friends. Then Mugsy returns home to get some food that is prepared by Mugsy's master, eats the food, and then proceeds to check everybody at the house, going in and out of every room, making sure of what people are doing and whether or not Mugsy can be a part of it, or whether or not Mugsy can actually encourage people. Anyway, you can visualize this dog going in and out of every room. And then Mugsy goes out in the yard and plays. And Mugsy loves that time and has a grand time playing out in the front yard, but wears himself out, and so he comes back in to take a nap. Now, after the nap, Mugsy sniffs around that brush so that the master comes and brushes Mugsy. Okay. After that grooming, then Mugsy goes ahead and has the second meal of the day, this time sitting down with the master and having the dinner together. And then after that, just kind of relaxes in the front living room, watching television, kind of stretching out on the couch, and then retires for bed, which Mugsy then just climbs into bed with the master and goes to sleep. Now, the reason I went into detail about Mugsy's day is because I really believe that we can learn a lot and we can integrate some of those things that Mugsy is doing naturally into our daily COVID-19 routine. And if you have a routine, I've talked about this in some previous videos, if you have a routine for your day, it makes you feel a little bit more under control and like things are a little bit more familiar to you. So I advise you to make a routine for your day, even if you change the routine up on a daily basis, to make that routine and then stick to it, I think will help you and give you a feeling of accomplishing things as well. So Mugsy has a routine. And the familiar things of life Mugsy takes care of, like taking care of business, like eating on a regular basis. In fact, Mugsy gets to eat really good food because Mugsy doesn't get to choose what Mugsy has to eat. Mugsy has to rely on the master. Well, we get to choose, but we really ought to rely on the master, those nutritional experts that tell us what is good for us. And you know also what your body can digest well and what it can't and what is good for it. You know, all our bodies are a little different, but eating well and healthy during these days will help you feel better and help your mood as well. Exercise. Mugsy runs down the road in the street. We ought to exercise. Even if we can't get outside and exercise, you can do some exercise inside. And if you need help with that, there's lots of videos that will show you how to exercise inside your home during these coronavirus days. What else does Mugsy do? Well, Mugsy connects with other dogs. Mugsy really has some fun with other dogs. Well, we can do that too. We can connect with one another, and there's been a couple of videos that I did on just connecting and how important that is during these days. Now, we can't connect physically these days, but we can emotionally, electronically, with texts and with phone calls, with emails and letters even, those kinds of things. We can connect. And video like this. So let's don't use that as an excuse. Let's maintain connection. It's important for our health. Mugsy knows. And what else does Mugsy do? Mugsy checks on everybody in the house. Well, I think that's important too, is that those people that God's given you to have in your circle of influence, then maybe that's neighbors, maybe that's family, check on them. Make sure everybody's doing okay. I think you will feel better, and certainly they will feel better as well if we do that on a regular basis. And then Mugsy has some fun. I did a video on humor and fun, integrating that into your life and how important that is. Again, Mugsy realizes this and has fun. Let's do that too. Let's have fun. Also, resting. Okay, Mugsy rests. And we need to rest as well. And Mugsy crawls into bed with somebody, the master. And boy, those of us who do have a faith and believe in God, we can crawl into bed with our master every night, say our prayers, and believe that truly we are not alone. Well, truly you are not alone. I'm praying for you and presenting this Mugsy story as a model. Hopefully you'll integrate some of these principles into your life, get a good routine, and thrive during this COVID-19 challenge. Okay? Bless you guys. Talk to you later. Aloha.